Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Cryptid Conversations from the Legends Cave.
The battle.
Yes, as you can see, I'm very, very proud today. I'm wearing my bad bitch T-shirt. We're gonna have the team bad bitch over here versus team fire chicken over there. And Kate, explain the new point system so that way everybody knows what we're doing.
All right, so each round you get 5 points. You can get more, but the goal is to get 5 points for each 3 rounds, and the grand total of 15 points or more to win.
Groovy. All right.
I forgot to ask if there were extra points for excessive makeup and artistry. Damn it.
No, there's always room for extra points. Come on.
No, I'm sorry. I'm the judge that doesn't give a shit about extra details. I just want the facts.
But I wore my bad bitch shirt for you.
And I did all of this makeup for me.
I wore my. I'm a bad bitch.
No. You didn't tell me it was for me. You just said, I'm going to order this, and I hope it gets here on the next episode so I can wear it.
Yeah, because I ordered it so that way you could laugh.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I'm a bad bitch.
He is a bad bitch.
First round, who's going?
All right, first round. You know what?
So, may I make a point of order?
Go ahead.
I think before we start the first round, I think we both need to have 3 minutes to describe who we are bringing to the battle. May I have a second?
Sure.
I thought that's what we're doing with the first round.
Well, we have to introduce our people before we can start a round. Like, it's going in blind.
I thought that I already did that.
No, you didn't. You said fire chicken.
I said team bad bitch versus.
Oh my goodness!
He's gonna whip you out for 2 weeks for the second week in a row.
We have team bad bitch as the Firebird, and we've got the chickens over here as the Phoenix.
Yeah, there's no. There's no car
defending champions.
There's no car named Phoenix.
Actually, there is.
Yes, there is.
There is.
But it's shitty. It was a Chevy Phoenix and it sucked, but yet the Pontiac Firebird is still the beauty.
Okay, so all right, fine. Point taken. We can go ahead and start the war.
Selena, we're fighting already before everything starts. All right. Picture, if you will, ladies and gentlemen, you're lost in the forest. You've been sent on an impossible mission to find the bird that this very particular bird that this one single feather that you can place in the center of a room and in the middle of the night, and it brightens everything around it.
Everything it touches.
Everything it touches becomes lit with light. You're sitting there, you're lost, you're worried, you're riding your horse, and your horse looks at you and it goes, and this is a magical horse too, by the way.
It's magical horse.
The horse looks at you and says, "We shouldn't be doing this. Only bad can happen from this."
Not bad, sir. Only chaos. Only chaos. The cursed forest at midnight. You are correct.
Yes.
Only chaos.
Well, you round the corner of this mountainside, and there you see it, sitting on a branch, glowing in absolute radiance.
Natural radiance, natural beauty.
natural beauty, and the glow just goes everywhere, and it makes
She
everything
gives
look
main
beautiful.
character energy. She is
She's
the star of
she's
this show.
she's definitely the diamond in the rough. She's the quintessential leader of the Diamond Dogs at the Moulin Rouge, the Diamond Doll herself, the Firebird. And you go up to the Firebird and you say, I must bring you back to my king. And the Firebird looks at you and goes, if you do, it's only going to bring you pain and suffering.
Or love and peace. She has to decide.
Well, the young man decides, you know what? I'll take that chance.
Because you know what they say about the Firebird? Entire kingdoms rise or fall over
At
the
her.
glimpse of one single feather of her plumage.
Now, here we go again. You get to the castle. The king says, you found the bird. He says, yes. He goes, now kill it. And he goes, no, you can't kill such a beautiful animal. And you release it. And the king says, well, now it's your time to die. And I'm going to boil you. Well, the boy's standing there looking over the big boiling tub of water. Says, oh boy, here we go. And he sees the Firebird fly over. And the Firebird drops a single pearl into the water. At which point, the king says, throw him in. And the boy says, no, it's all right. I got this. Jumps into the water. And then, bam, he's miraculously alive. So the king, and he looks good too. Like he comes out of the water looking like hot damn. He's a bad bitch. He's looking bad bitch.
He turned into Aquaman.
He turned into Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Just looking like jacked and like sexy.
I saw it. 100%.
You throw a fucking axe and all that shit. Build a house with his bone bare hands.
Right.
Whole 9 years. Anyway, so the princess is sitting there going, "Ooh, he's looking good." The king goes, "Well, if he can do it, I can do it." He jumps into the boiling water and he dies.
Yep.
And the whole country looks to this young man and says, "You're the new king."
Jason Momoa is the new king.
And he marries the princess and he lives happily ever after.
Yes. And I will go ahead.
There's one more story I need to tell you about the Firebird. And it comes from Native American mythology. Firebird is the bird that brought fire.
Hence the name Firebird Blue. Sorry, I forgot.
You're on my side.
I couldn't let it go. I'm sorry.
Anyway. This one village in the Puget Sound could not control fire. Every winter, they just huddled together, and every winter they would lose a little bit more of their families. So, out of the sky comes this fiery mass. It lands down in front of them all, and it says, "Whoever can drop a branch on my tail will become the master of fire." So you have everybody who, and here's the caveat. He then says, you have to be pure.
Pure of heart, or did you say pure?
Pure of heart.
Ooh, I'm out.
You have to be genuinely good to be able to do it. So everybody thinks, okay, you know what? I got this. And then they try to put the thing, and the bird's just flying around. Well, this Firebird is flying around, and it sees an older woman, widowed, taking care of her father, who's sick. He goes, why haven't you tried? She goes, well, my husband died in a war with another tribe. My father has been very sick. So I've just been trying to take care of him and keep the house together. What good have I done? The Firebird then turns around, presents its tail, and says, you are worthy of the fire.
I presented my tail a few times.
I wouldn't doubt that. Anyway. Sorry, teammate. I couldn't resist. I pulled a fucking William Shatner there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you did.
Anyway.
Let me know when you're done. I want to wrap this up. No, I mean, I want to end it. I want to have the final say.
The woman took a piece of cedar, put it on the Firebird's tail, caught fire. She became the keeper of fire for her entire village and taught everybody else how to create fire from the Firebird, because the Firebird was so moved by the fact that she didn't even try. She didn't think she was worthy, even though she was taking care of her father, and her husband had long since been gone and everything like that. So the Firebird found her wanting. Now, the story of the Firebird coming and going and being seen in the sky by the natives, they all say that the Firebird comes from a distant land, far to the east over the sea. What's far over the sea?
Mordor.
No, Mordor's on mainland. That's in Middle Earth.
Russia.
Where our first stories took place, in
Jason Momoaville.
Europe.
The ancient European countries, the Slavic countries from which the original Firebird stories come.
Excellent. Excellent. All right.
Now I'm done. Your turn.
Let me just wrap this up. The Firebird, she is magic in motion. She's fate on a wing, and she is absolutely no one's sidekick. She burns brighter, flies wilder, and she will set your whole life on fire in the best way.
Okay. Our side's done. Your turn.
After you.
You first, my lady.
What I already said after you.
Oh, dear sweet Mary, mother of
Age
God.
before beauty, you asshole.
Wow.
It's tough over
Oh,
here.
so that's why you. So that's why you two went first.
Oh
then.
no. I'm being salt. I'm being like bacon. I'm being salty, fatty, and bad for your health.
So if it was age before
'Cause I'm a
beauty,
bad bitch.
that's why you two went first.
Stay
Then.
on target.
No. Grandma and Grandpa
It's cute that you think we're going
over
to
there.
do that.
Now, we over this side, the reigning champions here,
Excuse
have
me?
the Phoenix,
Who always needs their help? Sorry. Anyway.
which, unlike their little turkey over there, that comes from the Slavic countries, is a young bird compared to us. Because we go way back to the annals of the ancient Egyptians to find the Phoenix, the true bird of fire, immortal in every
Uh-oh.
sense,
What's your face?
cannot
Excuse
die,
me.
but when it dies, it is reborn from itself. We have poems from Herodias, Lucan, Philip the Elder, all the way to Pope Clement, Laxus, Otis, Isidore of Seville, all right about this most noble bird.
You're not telling the story.
Who said I had a story?
We had a story.
It's the story of your creature in the first half.
Look at her. I will present the phoenix as I see the phoenix.
Maximus is not thrilled with your presentation.
Maximus can kiss my ass.
Hey, he said you can kiss. I got him. He's good.
Now,
You're-
without being interrupted
I'm already
again.
bored.
Me too.
Right.
I want a story.
What happened?
Well, Jasper, I guess you're on your own.
Did we piss him off?
Myself.
Well,
Did we
Jasper,
break him? We broke him.
I think
we broke him.
I think he would like to continue on, and then you kind of not let him. So, how are we doing this now?
I'm trying to get him to come back.
We will be nice.
We'll behave.
We'll behave.
We'll behave. Come back.
Oh my goodness.
Come here, Emperor Nero Augustus. Come here, sir. Nero. I feel like I need to go do some ballet, like as the Black Swan.
Hang on, he's still typing.
Of course he is. Come here, sir. Come on.
Well, I guess while we're waiting for him to get his butt back, Jasper, do you got anything to say?
I may not have the stories, but back to where he was saying, the earliest accounts of the phoenix can be traced back to ancient Egypt. The Benu, a heron-like bird, was associated with the sun god Ra, and the miles flooding, symbolizing rebirth and creation of the fertile land. In the in the Greek adaptation of the phoenix myth, attributing it to a lifespan of hundreds or even thousands of years, the phoenix was said to live in Arabia and periodically build nests of spices, setting it ablaze and being reborn from its ashes. The phoenix was often used to represent Rome itself, its enduring nature, and the continuous cycle of emperors and rulers. It appeared on coinage of the late Rome Empire, particularly during the Byzantine period, as a symbol of revival. Byzantine, yes, that word. The phoenix has been a powerful symbol of renewal and immortality throughout history. It represents the cyclical nature of life, death, and resurrection, and has been adopted as a symbol in various religions and philosophies, including early Christianity. And that's all I have for the story part.
Okay. That works. All right. Well, I mean, that was actually already more entertaining than what was already going on.
Yeah.
So.
But how are we doing this now? Should it just be between Michelle and Jasper?
I'm gonna let Michelle and Jasper go head to head. I'll sit here and shut up.
You just want to see a girl fight.
Girl and girl fight.
Listen, I'm one guy and I'm here with 3 women. I'm gonna sit here and just watch.
I will do the judging, and yeah, he'll just be here
I'm
to.
I'm just gonna sit here in the cuck chair and just look at the comment section.
Okay, that sounds good. You can control the comments for a change. I'll just sit here and listen. So, okay, well, shall we move on to round 2?
So I have let's discuss this. So let's discuss round 1. So my concern about the Phoenix is that it's rebirth from the ashes. Yes, it's iconic, but it's also predictable. So the Phoenix, healing tears, divine connections, whatever, it's passive. It just kind of is. It's like the boring old lady of cryptids, where the Firebird is we glow and we're enigmatic. We lure heroes and rewrite destinies.
Point of order for you there, Michelle. Also, the Firebird is also reborn from ashes as well.
Did you just shush him?
I did. It worked well. Sometimes. 60% of the time, it works every time. That's not what I put in my notes.
It depends on which legend you're looking at. From certain Slavic beliefs, especially when it comes to part of my heritage, the Polish. The Firebird, when it's ready to die, will enter a state of complete flame and be reborn from the ashes as a fully fledged and able creature.
I like to enter a state of...
Which is why the Polish Firebird has 2 heads. People call it the Polish eagle.
Movie.
It's not the Polish eagle. It's the Polish. It's the Firebird. And there's a reason why it has 2 heads. One is the old head looking behind, and the new head looking forward.
Jasper, would you like to end round 1 with your statement?
I have no statement.
Because the Phoenix speaks for itself.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Moderator. Hello.
Go ahead.
Is it time for round 2?
It is time for round 2. Go ahead.
What was round 2?
Description.
Yes. Let me go back up here. Where? Hold on. I don't have that section.
Would you like me to go while you look it up?
Let's go.
You can go first.
Jasper.
You can go first.
Since she went the first round, you can go the second round.
Did I win the first round because I'm at a disadvantage?
I said she went the first round, and then
I heard win.
I didn't say who won. No, she went the first round, so now go ahead and you can go the second round.
All right. The Phoenix is a mythical bird known for its unique ability to be reborn from the ashes. The cycle of death and rebirth has made it a powerful symbol of renewal and mortality and the cyclical nature of life. Typically described as eagle-like with a vibrant red and gold plumage. The Phoenix builds a nest of aromatic spices, ignites it, and then rises anew from its ashes.
From its ashes, yes.
I mean, it sits on the nest, so technically, yes. It also has a wonderful healing ability for its tears heal any wound, much like in Harry Potter when Fox cries onto Harry Potter's venomous bite and it immediately heals it and he survives miraculously. There is no specific timeline for its life and death, though it is believed to be between 500 to 1,000 years, probably depending on how well it can obtain its spices. That's just my presumption. And in some descriptions, it also includes a peacock-like tail. And that is what I have for a description.
Excellent. I found my notes. So, did any of you play Dungeons and Dragons when you were little?
That's the kind of thing my parents would take me away from.
Okay. So, if I were to put the Firebird into, I don't know, a D&D related item, I would say that the Firebird is a large celestial or fae, and she is chaotic neutral. Armor class, I'm going to give her a 20. Hit points, 285. Speed, 20 foot. Fly, 120. Striking ability, 16. Dexterity, 26, plus 8 because she's crafty. Wisdom, 22. She gets a plus 6 because she is ancient as hell. And saving throws, dexterity plus 14, wisdom plus 12, charisma plus 15. Anyway, so that just, I'm a nerd. Let's just call it what it is. But so the Firebird is known for her most radiant feathers. Her feathers will glow with an intense light even when plucked. They are just amazingly beautiful. Some tales describe them as gold, silver, or even a fiery red. A single feather, as Mr. Blue said at the beginning of the show, can light an entire room. She is elusive and enigmatic. She is rarely seen and even more rarely captured. She appears suddenly and vanishes just as quickly. She is often the object of a quest and not a passive symbol, much like our friend, the Phoenix. Hey, stop trying. Cats, man, cats. She has a magical aura. She brings great fortune or terrible misfortune to those who find her. You choose. Associated with change, fate, and transformation, her presence is a turning point in just about any story that she is included in. She is wild and untamed. She cannot be owned or fully controlled. I feel that. Firebird. Symbol of freedom. She's wild magic. She's unpredictable, and she is often the path to destiny. She is the catalyst for adventure. In most stories, someone is tasked with finding the Firebird, often triggering a life-altering journey where they're not only finding the Firebird, but they're finding themselves. They're finding who they are. Her feather alone is enough to launch a hero into danger and possibly glory. She is often described as coming from a distant mythical land and even the heavens. She may serve as a messenger of the gods or a creature of cosmic balance. She is beautiful, but dangerous. Oh, hell yeah, I feel you, Firebird. She is dazzling to behold. It's often described as mesmerizing and hypnotic. I have also been described as hypnotic, but yeah. Her power can bring ruin just as easily as reward. She is not a passive blessing. She is a test in feathered form. There you go. That, my friends, is the Firebird.
Right on, right on.
All right. We have any closing statements?
Jasper?
Nope.
Mm.
Joe, you got
All
anything?
right.
No, I believe my description spoke for itself.
All right. Then shall we move on to the last round?
Sure.
Remind us what the final round is.
It was going to be a cross-panel debate, but that's not going to happen now.
We have power and abilities. We have lore and personality. We have cultural impact and iconography.
I've already done a little bit of all of those.
You got a little bit of all of that.
I mean, in my description of the thing, I described it in like its historical thing, and then I've already described its powers.
Then we're just going to leave this up to Kate. Kate, go ahead.
Are we sure?
Well, I mean, as it stands right now, Firebird's the winner. So
Feels like there's not glory in this win.
There's no glory in this victory, as Jasper's partner decided to say fuck this and left.
I think we should call it a draw just because I don't think it's fair to do it that way this time.
I mean, this was not a true debate between two teams.
No.
Although I do appreciate you bringing up the tribes of the Puget Sound, though. However, do you have said tribe's name? Because now I'm curious of which one.
I can't pronounce it.
It's probably something super easy because it's blue.
Do you remember how to spell it?
No, not off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot.
I did not write it down. I just
there was different tribes from my understanding because the Puget Sound is like quite large.
It's the ones at the mouth of the sound.
Oh, okay. I know which ones you're talking about, and yeah, even though I can't remember how to properly pronounce it.
Yeah, so I can't fucking pronounce that, and I'm not gonna try. So, as it stands, I'm just gonna say that
the Clallam, the Macaw, the Suquamish, and the Duwamish, and the lower Elwha Clallam are the 5 at the mouth of the Puget Sound.
The ones that you said Squamish, it's fuck. I know that. I know the name. I've heard it's Skokomish.
Yes.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Skokomish.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because the way I read it, I was like Skokomish.
We have a lot of interesting names here in Washington. Jasper understands.
Yeah.
Descendants of this village, also known as the Old Man House, Chief Seal, was, what'd you say, Suquamish and Duwamish, closely associated with trade and fishing at the edge of the sound.
Yep. And I've actually been to a section of the Puget Sound, and it's really gorgeous. Like like I said, there's different sections because that's a huge Puget that's up there in 3 hours north of me.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So in my readings, I
Yeah.
did find quite a bit of Firebird versus Phoenix similar. There are quite a few similarities. Quite a few.
Would you care to enlighten us as to the similarities?
Yes, stand by. Let me get the thing back open. So the both the Slavic, the Russian folklore, and the Greek Egyptian folklore, it seems that the Russian Slavic folklore based a lot of their Firebird mythology on the phoenix. So they just kind of swapped it up a little bit. So where the phoenix is radiant bird that dies in the flames and is reborn from its own ashes, the eternal cycle, the Firebird, instead of the flames that it turns into when it dies, the Firebird is made of flames. And while the phoenix was the calm and rational, immortal, spiritual, what I read on this one is the phoenix gives off vibes of Beyonce meets Gandalf, which was hilarious to me. Like I read that and I'm like, oh, that's funny. Yeah, Beyonce meets Gandalf.
I kind of want to see that now as a drawing.
Yeah, and then the Firebird, they kind of said that this one radiates like Ariana Grande plus like The Rock.
I want to see a picture of Ariana with just like huge muscles.
Right. It's like that dichotomy of like it's the Firebird is beautiful, but is a little bit of
a beefcake.
Yeah. Mysterious temptress that meets the divine riddle is what they described it as.
And oh shit.
Hi.
Sorry, I was getting a emergency alert.
Where the powers of the phoenix can burn enemies with its tears, flames in some stories. The powers of the Firebird are kind of opposite of that. It can heal, guide, or curse. So it's an interesting play on like similarities. Phoenix is said to bring peace or set your soul on fire, while the Firebird is sometimes said to predict fate and always tangled in quests of kings and fools. Yeah, I did this whole like versus that. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Don't judge me.
We're all
Nobody's judging.
Actually, I quite enjoyed the D&D reference because that was just beautiful. So I did give you extra points on that one when we were doing that. But yeah, that was just perfect.
I actually have the whole character. Like I'll send it to you so you can see it because it is hilarious.
Okay.
I wrote it all up. I did like the whole
Oh my god
thing because I have a little bit of dungeon master in me. What?
Nothing.
Let's see. The attitude. The phoenix is wise or ethereal, aloof, thinks in centuries, might sip tea while watching your great grandkids. While the Firebird is flashy, enigmatic, and very chaotic, would take your grandkids to an R-rated movie at 2:00 in the morning.
I feel like it's kind of like an oldest versus youngest sibling, where the old Phoenix is the oldest and like calm, collected. They got in trouble for everything, and so
Firebird is drunk.
They have to be like stoic, and then Firebird is the youngest who gets away with everything, so they just go crazy.
Yeah. And the Phoenix is not easily provoked, will burn you only if you really deserve it. While the Firebird definitely knows she's the main character in the legend, she might lead you to glory, but you also might get eaten by a dragon.
Yeah, no, there's also when we were doing all this, I was kind of doing some curious research through the Celtic. There's quite a few different creatures of the Fae that pretty much fit both descriptions of the Firebird and the Phoenix together.
Yeah.
Trying to pronounce them, I have not been able to find that help yet, so I'm not going to even try. So.
The best one that I wrote down is the Phoenix gives ancient soul with a party killer vibe.
I'd say that's about accurate.
Probably.
I feel that's like one of those random pairs that just show up trying to, be on again or whatever, be the favorite pair.
Yeah. And so the final piece that I put, allure and personality. This is about mythic magnetism. Who's got the intrigue, the chaos, and the main character energy? The Phoenix. While she is noble, serene, wise, and definitely a high priestess, Firebird is bold and elusive and mischievous. She is the quest. While the Phoenix is also distant, less personality and more of a concept, the Firebird, and what I quoted earlier, entire kingdoms will rise and fall over a glimpse of a single feather. Phoenix will inspire you, but she won't chase you down a mountain at midnight. Firebird, she will. And not only is she part of the story, she is the story and she knows it. She definitely gives main character energy.
Your descriptions are so spot on.
Thank you. I'm good at that. I'm good at things. And then I have
You're better at words than I am.
So I also did another comparison: cultural impact versus iconic status. Who rules the skies in our minds and in our stories. Phoenix is widely known, a global archetype. Books, tattoos, movies, merch. She's got it all. But she kind of is a little bit overexposed. Like the legend got diluted throughout time. She's inspirational, sure. She's everywhere. Firebird is rooted in many Slavic folklore. She's got ballet, she's got opera, she's got modern fantasy. This is where it's like your old grandma to tea. This is exactly what Jasper said. This is like the older sister, the older sibling who's been burdened with all of these things throughout time. And then you have the little sister who's like, fuck it, let's go get tacos.
I'm down. I want some tacos.
Me too. The Firebird is rare, mysterious, and always tied to epic stakes. Now I want a steak. Ugh.
Honestly, I want to last night, but I did not have
Damn it.
So the Firebird, in synopsis, the Firebird is not for everyone, which makes you feel special when you find her. So my conjunction, my finality of this is Firebird, for me, is the ultimate winner of this conversation. Well, for being legendary, for being exclusive and untamed. While Phoenix is known, Firebird is remembered. So that was going to be my conclusion in round 3.
Again, you did very well. Again, you're better with words than I am. That's for sure.
I write. I'm published in the.
You also write Jason Voorhees fan fiction.
I do, but most of the time, I write adult related
material.
Items.
Stuff not suitable for YouTube.
Not suitable for YouTube. It's not suitable for most people, really.
That's true. All right. Well, we're gonna call this a draw. We're gonna be gone for 2 weeks, folks. 2 weeks off. Next weekend, I will be at a memorial service for 3 soldiers being put to rest together in the same place. So I will not be around. And on top of that, everybody's kind of got something to do next weekend, especially the other half of the screen over there.
I'll be on work travel this week.
You'll be on work travel this week, so we're going to take 2 weeks off, recharge the batteries, come back at you with a little bit of a new take on some things. We're going to be working on some stuff for the future. Hopefully we can get Torsten back in here so that way he can stop being a big baby. We've teased him worse on live on TikTok.
This is true.
And he's stayed. So I'm a little peeved right now.
Maybe I scared him with this look.
You did do a good job.
Yeah. But
I'm having fun.
I can't control what happens with other people, so I still love him. He's still my brother, and he's still welcome on the show. On the show with all of us because he is part of this show. He should be allowed to have his voice, and I do feel bad that we took that voice away from him today, and I would really rather have him here because it just does not.
Ditto.
Does not make for a good experience when somebody just up and leaves.
Wait, should we all do the thing from the movie with the thing?
The mockingbird whistle?
Yes, that's what I was trying to do.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to figure out. I was like, wait, what movie are we talking about? No, okay, got it.
Sometimes I forget things. I mean, it is part of my personality. I lose words.
You're good.
I never read those books, nor did I watch the movie.
Did I share with you guys that I forgot the word for Parmesan the other day?
What'd you call it?
Parmaggi.
Cheese confetti.
I like
you. You come up with the most interesting names for other things.
Oh,
I do.
Anyway,
I forgot the word for cowboy recently. I was trying to describe it to someone, and I was at a loss for words.
What was the description?
Horse pirate. I don't know why I lose things. They're gone. Like the thing that dries the clothes, and my husband's like, "You mean dryer?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I mean dryer."
Okay.
Anyway,
yeah.
All right, folks, we're gonna head off. Thank you so much for joining us, Michelle. Thank you as always for being as flamboyant and awesome as you are. Jasper, thank you so much for doing the bulk of the work today that you didn't expect that to do.
Best.
You did what you did. You did your best, and that's all we can ask of you. Kate, thank you so much for being the hostess with the mostest.
Yep.
And for myself, the bad bitch, I'm just going to sit here and be pissed off the rest of the day. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, share, and subscribe. And also remember to hit that mother effing like button. We'll catch you in the next one.
Hit it like you mean it.
Stay awesome.